Hey friends, it's time for SEL. Let's start today by playing another game of Simon Says, but this time we're going to do it a little different. There's going to be some new rules. So rule number 1 is when Simon says, you're going to do the same thing I do. Rule number 2 is when Simon says, do something different from what I do, you do something different. So if I say, Simon says, do the same thing I do, you're going to touch your nose. If I say, Simon says, do something different from what I do, you're not going to touch your nose. You're going to do something different. You could touch your ears or touch your head. Do whatever you want, but don't touch your nose. Okay? So let's do a few. Simon says, do what I do. So you should be touching your ears. Simon says, don't do what I do. Or do something different. Sorry. Simon says, do something different from what I do. So you should be doing something, but not touching your head. You could be touching your nose, touching your eyes. All right. Simon says, do the same as I do. Simon says, do the same as I do. Simon says, do something different from what I do. Simon says, do the same as I do. Touching my knees. Simon says, do something different than I do. Simon says, do what I do, the same as I do. Sit back down. All right. So we have been talking about different feelings, and now we're going to talk about how we can feel the same feelings as people, and we can also feel different feelings as people. We're going to listen to our learner or our feeling song again, and remember to do the motions. So I'm going to make myself small and play our learner song, and follow me if you can.
Happy is a smile and a twinkle in the eye. Happy is a friend or a homemade apple pie. Everyone has feelings. We show them on our faces.
Show them on our faces.
We feel them in our body.
Feel them in our body.
We tell them with the voices how you feel the way you feel. Sad is a tear and a head hanging down. Sad is when you lose your special toy in town. Everyone has feelings. We show them on our faces.
Show them on our faces.
Feel them in our body.
Feel them in our body.
We tell them with our voices how you feel the way you feel. Anger is a fist and a heart beating fast. Anger's being pushed, falling down and coming last. Everyone has feelings. We show them on our faces.
Show them on our faces.
We feel them in our body.
Feel them in our body.
We tell them with our voices how you feel the way you feel. Scared is a gasp, your legs start to shake. Scared is hearing thunder that gives your house a shake. Everyone has feelings. We show them on our faces.
Show them on our faces.
Feel them in our body.
Feel them in our body.
We tell them with our voices how you feel the way you feel. 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 How you feel the way you feel.
All right. So if you remember, 2 weeks ago, we learned a new word. That word was empathy. Can you say that word? Empathy. And I showed you this poster. I'm going to refresh your memories on what empathy is. Remember, we can use our attentoscopes to look at the face and body of our friends to see what they're feeling. And empathy is understanding what someone else is feeling. So like I said, putting yourself in their shoes, pretending what happened to them happened to you, and understanding how they feel. So you can look at their body for clues in their face, How do they feel? Think about how do they feel? Think about how can you help? That is showing empathy. So today we're going to talk about same and different, just like we did with our Simon Says. We're going to talk about feeling the same or feeling different. So I have my friends, Puppy and Snail, with me today. They haven't helped us out in a while, so they're here to help us out today. Puppy and Snail have been talking about how fast they want to spin on the merry-go-round. Oh, I love to go fast. It's so much fun. I like to go slow. It's like being rocked on the waves. I like to go fast. Whee! I like to go slow. What's going on, Puppy and Snail? I like to spin really fast on the merry-go-round. I like spinning very slowly. Wow, it sounds like you have different feelings about the same thing. All right, I'm going to have Puppy and Snail sit right here next to me so they can hear our story, because the story that we're going to hear today is very similar. This story is about people having different feelings about the same thing. So we have Eddie and we have Javon. Focus your attention on the photo. They are doing the same thing. They are both on the chain ladder. Look at other things that are the same about Eddie and Javon. What do you notice that's the same? They're both wearing sweatshirts. They are both boys. They're about the same age. They look like they're both about 6, maybe. Put your thumb up if you were thinking some of those things. What is different about Eddie and Javon? The color of their clothes, yellow and green, that's different. They have different feelings. Look at their faces. Eddie and Javon have different feelings. Look at his face. Look at his face. How do you think Eddie and Javon each feel? What do you think Eddie feels? Eddie feels happy or excited. What do you think Javon feels? Look at his face. Unhappy or afraid? How can you tell that Eddie feels happy? He's smiling. And how can you tell that Javon feels afraid? He is holding on tightly. He is not smiling. You focus attention on their faces and the situation. Javon is feeling afraid. He is not feeling excited. And Eddie is feeling excited. He is not feeling afraid. Sometimes we could be doing the same thing, but have different feelings from each other. So, thinking about snakes, I do not like snakes. My feelings would be probably scared or afraid. But my husband, Mr. King, he likes snakes. He might want to go catch it. So different feelings for different things. So we're going to play a game like we have before, and I am going to give you a situation. And I want you to show me on your face what you would feel. And I'm going to show you on my face what I would feel. And I want you to see, were we the same or were we different? So the first one would be if you were holding a frog. What would you feel if you were holding a slimy, wet frog? How would be my face? Do we have the same feeling or a different feeling? Mrs. King feels a little bit disgusted. How would you feel? Are we the same or are we different? All right, the next situation. A friend invites you to swim in the lake in the park. How would you feel? Are we the same? Are we different? I would feel happy or excited. All right, and the next one. You have to take a crowded bus through the city. How would you feel? Are we the same? Are we different? I would feel scared. I don't like crowds. All right. A friend asks you to hold her pet mouse. How would you feel? I would feel scared. I do not like mice. Are we the same? Or are we different? Last one. A cousin you do not know is coming to visit. How would you feel? I would feel excited or happy getting to know a new cousin that I've never played with before. Are we the same? Are we different? So today you learned that sometimes people have the same feelings and sometimes people have different feelings. It is okay to have a different feeling than somebody else. This week, see if you can notice when others have the same feeling or a different feeling from you. I'm going to read you a story before we end, and that will be all I have for you today. This story is called My Heart is Like a Zoo. My Heart is Like a Zoo by Michael Hall. My heart is like a zoo, eager as a beaver, steady as a yak, hopeful as a hungry heron fishing for a snack, silly as a seal, rugged as a moose, happy as a herd of hippos drinking apple juice, snappy as a crab, angry as a bear, bothered as a bull with a hornet in his hair, cool as a penguin, crafty as a fox, quiet as a caterpillar wearing knitted socks, frightened as a rabbit, jumpy as a frog, gloomy as a lone coyote walking in the fog, brave as a lion, thoughtful as an owl, peaceful as a portly walrus lounging on a towel, cozy as a clam, chatty as a jay, tired as a zookeeper who's had a busy day. All right, guys, I will talk to you next week. Have a great week. Bye.